Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video, guys. As always, I'd like to say thanks to all of the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. If you are here, you're here because you want to make money, right? Investing in your independence so you can retire early, right? So that is the financial independence retire early movement that we are trying to continue over here. So we have over 300 plus videos on this channel, right? With 2,300 plus subscribers on our way to 3 grand. We're going to get there at some point, but we are building this momentum gradually as we get up there. Guys, as always, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio, the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, all of that good stuff. Okay. So let's get down to business because business is, like I like to say always, booming. So the market um been kind of interesting, right? Because today I was like, man, things things started good. The market opened good, and then before you know it, things start to go crazy, right? So guys, you can see today, like I was saying, the market was doing good. And then at some point, I think it was a little bit before 12, and things started to go. My portfolio was green and went to red. I was like, you know what? I have to go do my fingerprint anyway for the FBI, my background check. So I went ahead and got that done. I actually just got back like an hour and a half ago, and I started checking everything. Everything looks good. I'm like, okay, we in the positive. Once we're in the positive, I'm good because we don't need another red day, right? Tomorrow the market is closed, so we got to go out, with a bang. Anyway, as you can see, the market is still open. It's right now it's 3:38. So we still got about 12 more minutes before the market close. So I was like, I'm gonna start this video, and just in case we have some issues with the sound like yesterday, I can re-record the video before Evie gets up. Evie's sleeping right now, so I got free range to make video with no issues, right? You see how peaceful it is? She's resting. Um, so as you can see, like I say, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, Google, Amazon is down. Everybody else is doing decent that we're investing. A couple of other companies are still down, but mostly for the most part, it's a good day right now. Okay. So let's look at some crypto real quick and see what things look like. So crypto, as far as Bitcoin, is down a little bit today, 0.20%. Ethereum is down 0.53%, and so forth and so on. Okay, so if you invest in this stuff, guys, that's why I leave these tabs up here so you can see them. Other people hide those stuff for whatever reason. I don't know. But you guys can see them and do your own research. That's the goal, to do your own research. And if you have questions, always ask me or join the Discord. I didn't even put the Discord link up. Join the Discord, guys. Okay, it's in the description. Join the Discord and you can ask questions in the Discord. Right now, we're still building the Discord, so it's still flowing there, but you can always ask questions and I will respond, or somebody else will answer your question in the Discord, okay? Um, so to my portfolio today, right? I mean, this is a new portfolio, start over portfolio, because I had to move stuff to Fidelity because of margin calls. A lot of people have an issue with margin calls. So, of course, I peeped that a long time ago, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have one portfolio that have margins and my other two portfolios with no margins. So when I started this stuff, I had a portfolio for my car, and which was my kind of my daily living portfolio, and then my fidelity portfolio was my mortgage portfolio. So I had the car with daily living, cover all my daily expenses, food, all that stuff, and then I had the other portfolio for my mortgage. And my mortgage portfolio actually did pretty good. Surprisingly, right? I was like, okay, this portfolio doing pretty good. And then as things got better, I kind of copy over, um, you know, to my car portfolio. Now, this portfolio just started. I just started this portfolio last year, sometime around when I started doing this thing about 8 months ago. And this portfolio, I decided to sell all my crypto because I used to have crypto in here. I decided to sell all my crypto and put that money into this portfolio for my daughter's college tuition. right? Because she didn't get all the scholarships and stuff that daddy was trying to get her to get because she didn't listen to me, listen to her mama. But neither yet nor there. We have to move forward. And now I have to pay tuition, right? So I paid the first semester. Her mom paid the second semester, and now she might go to summer school because I told her I would pay for if she go to summer school. But with all this stuff going on with tariffs and stuff, me transferring her portfolio over to Fidelity, um, anything is still possible, right? Because I got other things in play, other plans in place, and to start putting more funds back into this portfolio, um, and we don't have to deal with the margins. Okay, so that's where we are today. Fast forward, I'm just trying to give you guys some background on this portfolio. And now that we got rid of the margins, we put everything in Fidelity. We had one margin call that we had to sell. This sold like 40 plus $1,000 of my Misty. I was hurt, but it had to be done, um, and we move forward. Okay, so fast forward to now, I made a position. As you guys can see, I just this position was just this account was just reactivated yesterday when they gave me my approval. So I went ahead and bought $40 worth of stuff. I already had two positions in there already that they give me for people signing up using my link. Um, so that's what we are right now. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of stuff in here. All this stuff is a dollar, 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 right? So um, once I get some money back into the portfolio, there's still some positions I need to add, but those positions I have to buy the full share. They're not allowing me to buy a fraction of those shares. So of course, hey, we're still gonna throw them in there, and we're gonna build them up gradually because I'm gonna spread the worth between these accounts. At least I will try to have one share in each of these positions, right? And then after I do that, I will start focusing on my extreme high yield to get them to start generating some income, and then we'll put them income down into the mid yield and lower yield positions. Okay, so that's the strategy. That's my strategy, right? Take the money from the rich and invest into the poor, right? Like the Robin Hood, using the actual Robin Hood method, as I call it. All right, guys. So I think I yap on that enough. I didn't buy anything today. Maybe on Monday we're gonna buy some stuff. Since the market is closed tomorrow, I figure we'll just wait and see what happens. All right, and into this portfolio, we are up today, $51 and 72 cents. Um, the portfolio is still down 21%, almost 21.5%. And I have to add more money into this portfolio. Like I said, right now we've been playing so in survival mode, trying to survive. So I really haven't been adding any funds other than what we've been receiving as dividend. I've been reinvesting that. But now that, well, it looks like things are going to kind of turn around a little bit in here. Um, and my plan to buy the property in Colombia, we'll see how that goes. And if that doesn't work out, then because I haven't taken the fund out of that account yet because I want to wait to make sure they accept my offer as I want it to be. And this week is a holiday in Colombia until Monday, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna wait. People on vacation doing what they do. I'm just gonna wait till Monday. And like I said, if this property for me, we're gonna get it. If not, we'll get something else when I get there. But I need to get one more document. One thing is insurance. I need to get one more stuff, which is my insurance, and then I can transfer my. I can send everything to the attorney on Monday, and then she can request updated birth certificate for my daughter, and start my process for my residency in Colombia. Hopefully, everything works out, um, and then your boy can get to step it because, like I said, this time next year, um, it depends. I have to have a conversation with my daughter when she gets here, um, and see how that goes, and then make a decision. Um, income, total amount invested is $522,000. Um, the portfolio is down 105K. So just this is Fidelity is down 105K. You know, I mean, at some point, some of this stuff we're not going to gain back because we sold some of the positions in the portfolio, but it had to be done to survive, right? Um, I don't know how. Sometimes people say you have to cut an arm if you need to cut an arm to survive. Would you do it? It's one of those things, right? We need to survive, so we had to cut our arm, and we got legs and we got one arm, and we still moving. I know it's a bad analogy, but I'm trying to tell you how serious it is for the survival of this portfolio because the survival of this portfolio means a lot to me because this is what I want to be able to live off of, right? Which I mean I got more than what I need, but um, even with my little bitty portfolio that's generating less than $1,000 a month, it should be more than enough uh, for me to to move, right? Now I know I keep telling you guys this because you guys want to stay. You can stay where you are if you have the opportunity, but I want to live a different life. I want to be treated different. I want to be at peace. Um, it's been very weird since I got back to the U.S. I haven't had a decent night's sleep. I haven't had a decent night's sleep, and I'm not worried about the market, none of that stuff, because I was sleeping fine before I got back. But it don't feel it feel different now that it feel different. It's like I don't want to be here. So, like I said, I'm gonna have one more conversation with my daughter when she gets here from university, and after that, you know, we're gonna do what we do. Um, you know, you can see how much we down overall in the portfolio. We still have a lot of making up to do, um, and we're gonna see how it goes. Right, we still got a lot of making up to do in the portfolio, um, but I mean, it's what it is. We are still in a positive light. We almost back to let me see. We're almost back to 50%, right? To having balanced equity in the portfolio, right? That means 50% is my money, 50% is margins, right? Of course, I need to get it past that, but this is where we are right now, and it was way less than that, right? So as we continue to grow the portfolio, as you can see, I got a lot of positions. Some of the positions I don't have a lot of money. The value is smaller, but it goes down. And what I started doing, I don't know if we show all of them. Right? Let's go to the last page. What I started doing, right? This is the last page. What I started doing is like increasing the value um, in these positions, right? So my lowest position, I don't know if this is accurate or not. It's not accurate because it's not in that order, right? But my lowest position is SMCY, right? So $17 is the value. So as you can see, at some point I need to get these all of these positions up here to $100, right? The value to $100. I just gotta buy a couple more positions. That one more position, I'll be at 100. I need to buy a couple more positions, I'll be at 100. I need to buy um, a few more positions to be at 100. So this is how I was building my positions, right? I go from the bottom and look and say, okay, well, this is lower. Let me add more to this position, and then once I get to 100, got to get the next 100, right? So I have to buy until I get to the next 100, and then if I go back one more, of course that's way up. Let's go all the way down. It's 140. So I have to. It's like a few one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So there's eight positions in here that I need to get over. This is one. This is $195, $94, right? I only have to buy fraction of that, right? That's like a $5, $10, whatever, to get this to $200, $3 actually, to get this to 300, $200. Then do the same for the rest until I get them to $200. So um, this is what I've been doing, right? I start from the bottom up. I still buy my high yield, but then when I have the extra money, I throw it down to my lower yield and buy. I don't buy shares or whatever. I don't look at that. I just buy to get them all to the dollar mark. Because at setting point, I want all of these positions that are my lower yield. Right? You see, this yield is not bad. This is a 9 cents. This is 3. This is 4. This is 2. 15. This is 6. Right? So the yields are different. Right? If we just flip it to yield, if we're going to go down, the yield is different, as you guys can see. So that's how I tell you, I do a mixture of extreme high yield and it goes all the way down to 2% because I got rid of anything that was 1% and under 2%. This is the only reason I didn't get rid of this one because it is at 2.92% dividend yield. So I kept that. That's the only reason I kept that, right? Because I wanted to be, because if they increase the dividend, right? There's a chance that, in a year or two, we will be at 3%. And that's fine with me, right? And that's cool. So the dividend is paying is $5. This one is 23. You can see the difference in the dividend, right? This is just based on yield. So the actual balance in the current value in the accounts are different, right? The current value in the accounts are different. So I hope this helped. I'm showing you guys because I feel like, oh, Andrew, you don't show your portfolio. I got too much stuff in my portfolio. I can't go. It's not like other people who got maybe 30 positions so they can take time and go through the portfolio and show you everything they got. No, I got 100 plus position in my portfolio. That's just how I roll. Okay, that's just how I roll. So if if I go and say and start to go through all of these one at a time, I got to make a bunch of videos. Now maybe I'll do that and put it in and do a member only um, video. That might be the best. I'll do a member only um, videos of those and go through my positions and put it in the member only channel of the membership only. So that way, if you guys want to go through there and look at them, then that's fine. You can pay. If not, just video sit there because you can't. I can't give you guys everything for free. Okay, you got to do some of your own work. If you don't want to do the work, then you have to pay. Okay, as you can see, the dividend increased slightly, right? I guess partially because of ooh, no, this is not for Robinhood. Because the stuff went up, right? And this is Robinhood. Let's see if it updated. Um, it's still showing the two positions in there. The rest of the positions haven't updated yet. Let me see. The rest of the positions haven't updated yet. Let me see if I update it. The sync failed. That's why I didn't go through. This is still from back when. Okay, let's do. No, let's do today. Update. Okay. I just close that out because it's gonna go to report my account information. I would do that offline. Okay. So you can see the income went up slightly from yesterday. Um, because we bought a couple of positions in the portfolio. Um, it is what it is, right? We're going to continue to grow, like I say, slowly. The goal is to get to $60,000 in income. But if we don't get to $60,000 a month in income, it doesn't really matter, right? It's a goal, it's something to work at. It's not like a set in stone. If we don't do it, then we're a failure. No, it's not that. We're going to continue to do what we do, continue to invest, and do it gradually. That's the key, right? And the income is still $23,000 for this month. We already generated about 12 plus $1,000 already. So we still got to generate another 11K this month to meet or beat this, right? To meet or beat this. I don't know if it's possible, but We're gonna see what happens. Okay. And then future value, um, this numbers goes up and down, but we have 5.8 million. And we do the 5 year, we have 1.5, which is great. Um, it's great, and I mean, it's looking good for me. It's looking good. I don't know about you guys, right? It's looking good, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice, okay? I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio alone. Okay, so don't use this as financial advice. Do your own research. It is very key for you to do your own research because this is your money. Okay, you don't want to put your trust in me and say, you know what, I'm gonna let Evan I'm gonna let Edwin do what he does, and invest my money. No, I've had a bunch of people that will reach out to me and say, hey man, can you invest for me? No, I'm not gonna do that, right? Um, I don't want people playing with my money. I don't want to be playing somebody else's money. Now, there might come a point that I feel comfortable saying, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go and get my license to be a financial advisor, and then I'll be charging people extra money to do that. Right now, I just charge people for my time and to get them on the roadmap to investing. I'm not giving them financial advice. I'm just showing them, hey, if you need to invest, this is how I started, and you can do the same thing if you want to. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. It's very simple. You just got to be patient. If you want to be fast, that's fine. You have to work multiple jobs to generate the income to put in there to get that money back, right? It's just that simple. I have a friend. He's Canadian, Haitian Canadian, right? He makes a lot of money in 3, 4 months, 6 months in a year, and then the rest of the time he don't work because it's too cold in Canada. And I'm like, dude, you over here, you got this chunk of money, dude. Just put this money into stuff, and you will be fine. Once you collect that first dividend and you reinvest the rest, and you still got money, you'll be like, oh, this stuff works. I said, dude, it works. It works. And then if you decide you don't want to go back to work, that's up to you. But if you want to go back to work and work another 3, 4 years, or just go and work in the summer and live outside of Canada, I mean that's even better for you. You get to save more money. You can invest in other things that you want to do. But everybody do what they want to do, and they do things when they get ready, right? Because when I was younger, um, people still tell me I'm young, yeah, but I don't feel young most days. But when I was younger, I thought like, man, I got time, right? I have plenty of time to do this. I don't have to do it now. So when I got the money, I would pull money out of my 401k. I would pull money out, take the loans, and pay the loan back or whatever, or just take the money out for emergency or whatever. I never put the money back. Now sitting here now, I've been working for almost 20 some years, almost 30 years. If I had even invested $1,000 a month for all this time, when I was a lot younger, getting to my older days, 30,000, $1,000 a year rather, and not even maxing out, I would have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested right now because I was just putting in $1,000 a year, not even putting in the full amount, because that money going to compound every year, and every year if I add it there, it's going to compound. And some years I maxed out, and some years I didn't, right? And then not even counting the 401k from the job to get to where we are right now. But something clicked, right? Something clicked 5 years ago, and I'm like, I don't want to do this forever. I don't even like work anymore. I don't even like it. I hate working now. You know, because when you get to the point, sometimes you don't even want to get on a call because it's like, why? You know, I can sit here, give my time to something else that makes me feel better and less stress. And I tell you guys, you know, my portfolio was down in Colombia. I was sleeping fine. I went to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Fine. Now I get into bed 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't go to bed till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and wake up at 8 because my work started at 8:30. And that's it. That's my schedule now. And I'm like, this is not healthy for me, because I know in my heart I don't want to be here. I know in my heart I don't want to be here. I know in my heart I need to be somewhere else that um, I feel good about. And this journey, right, this financial independent retire early journey that I'm sharing with you guys, it's gonna get me there in a little or no time, right? Even if I had to pay margin calls and everything else, if I was in Colombia living on $2,000 a month, it wouldn't even matter, right? Because I can pay my whole rent for the whole year with what I spent here for 1 month mortgage and still have change left over. And living in a nice place. People are like, oh yeah, you're in a third world country. But those people are idiots because they don't travel, they don't know any better. What is a third world country? First world, second world, right? There's bad places everywhere you go. There's good places everywhere you go. There's bad people everywhere you go. So I know we talk about financial investment, but guys, I have another channel called Retire in Rome. That's my retirement channel. Um, some of the videos I make here, I post there. Not all of the videos, because like I said, I make content with my friends sometimes. And we talk about different things. So you know, I post videos up there. And the thing is stuck. My retire around channel. Let me see. I need to go. I need to restart my internet because this thing sometimes it's like it moves so slow. My boss just canceled my meeting for what I don't know. So my retired in Rome channel, I have I have about let me go here. I can see. This is my other channel. I have like another channel, like my personal channel, got 1,000 plus subscribers. I had that forever. So this is my retirement channel, right? Retire in Rome. I make videos about different things. I post videos that you guys have seen, mostly the income stuff videos on here. I do a lot of lives with my friends. Um, and I mean, we talk about different topics, mostly not retirement topics. But I post videos on here. So I got a few videos on here about early retirement. So if you guys want to support my other channel, make sure um, you know you see it right there. You see the retirement loan, the passport over here. Um, a lot of lives. Okay, so the lives is like I said, mostly crazy stuff with my boys. We talk about whatever. Mess with other guys that go overseas and do dumb stuff. Stuff like that. We just have conversations. Okay, so you guys want to support my other channel? Make sure you check it out. If you want to, it's no force. Like I said, if you want to, check it out and support your boy. That's my other channel. But with that being said, I hope the sound works out. I'm gonna check it out, make sure the sound is good. I mean, guys, the volume is not gonna be as high because, like I said, my daughter is sleeping and I can be yelling. As you can see, I don't have a mic. My laptop is sitting over there. Once I get back to Colombia, I got the whole shebang that I'm shipping over there. So I will have everything set up. I didn't want to do it here and then have to take everything back down and then ship it. No, I'm gonna have a whole setup there. If everything works out in the body's property, it's gonna be even better because I will have it the way I want it. And so even if I'm not there, if I travel, I'll be able to lock the door and all that stuff and just keep people out of my office. Nobody go in my office. That'll be my personal space. Okay, guys, I love you guys. And from the bottom of my heart, remember to like and share the content. And we're going to do this again tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow we're just going to be having a conversation, right? Because the market is closed. We're just going to have a kind of go over the portfolio, go over a little basic stuff and see what's after the end of the day and today, right? And see how crypto going to do. Because even though the market closed, crypto's still going to be doing its thing. So there's always going to be stuff to talk about. And we're gonna jump on the call and do it when we have time. Okay, guys. So peace out.